did you say? Because I'm heavily intoxicated.
One of the things that's important right now is that youth who may not be interested or have any experience with police presence or public safety get information. And one of the ways to do that is meet police officers where they do their work.
We're kicking off our Regional Youth Academy. Bloomfield Township Police Department, Birmingham Police Department, Auburn Hills Police Department, and the City of Rochester Police Department. We get together and we host what's basically a camp. This year it's going to be 4 days. High school age students, boys and girls, we get them in here and we show them just a quick preview and glimpse of what we do as police officers every day and some of the more exciting things that we get to do in our job. The biggest thing is it shocks me year after year seeing these kids come out who are interested in what we do, whether they want to be police officers or not, whether they have any police background in their family. Getting the interest is shocking to me, and it's really keeps me optimistic that these kids are wondering what we're doing. They want to learn about what we're doing and they want to be a small part of it.
Good afternoon. My name is Seamus Phillips, Officer Seamus Phillips.
My counselor had this on her Google Classroom, and I thought, maybe I might be interested in it. It seemed like we were doing some cool stuff. I mean, I've always been kind of interested and drawn to something like law enforcement, or federal, something like that, or maybe military. So yeah, I mean, I've always thought about this, and it was nice that they were putting this on. It keeps me and my community safe and my family, and I think that's important for everybody.
I basically just have a interest in law enforcement, and I thought this would be a good idea to kind of get to know a little bit more about the career. I feel like policing is important, obviously to ensure public safety, but also just to give people hope. I don't have any family in law enforcement. But yeah, it just really interested me. It's a really fun event. Looking forward to the rest of the week.
I say so far the Regional Youth Academy has been pretty cool. We've been doing different activities and stuff. And what brought me here is because I'm really interested in true crime and overall interested in law enforcement. So I just wanted to get some experience with hands-on things and see if it's something I really wanted to look forward going into so I could have that experience. I think it's important, for people my age and even younger to get in touch with law enforcement and things like that. We only really have the internet and the news, but we don't see the truth and what's actually being provided until you actually talk to those people. We're always going to hear negative things about people and whatnot, but you never really know a true individual or a true core group. These are the people protecting us. They have a negative image, but if you talk to one of them, I'm sure they'd be the kindest person you'd ever meet.
It allows youth an in-depth look at law enforcement from our perspective, and kind of gives them a hands-on experience for they're interested in going into law enforcement, just kind of see what we do, and it bridges the gap between law enforcement and the youth, brings us together. We're always looking for ways to interact with our youth and get them engaged, not only for the youth but for the community, just to bring everyone together.
We had Brett Cass come in from the news department, and he talked about his experiences with the cops, that we're trying to set a good example for the cops, we're trying to have good connections, because that's how we get the good stories out of the feel-good stuff.
I was here talking to the cadets. I was invited by the Bloomfield Township Police Department to kind of talk about the working relationship that we have with police. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, and we're trying to show that it doesn't always have to be bad, and we always have a good working relationship, and it's important when you're trying to get accurate stories out there. I think there are definitely stories where police screw up, and we are covering it, right? And as long as we're covering it accurately and being fair to the situation, that's my goal every time.
Then we got into talking about some traffic stops, and that was super fun. Got to pull some people over, got to chase somebody down. That was pretty fun. It's been really important to me because before I've always kind of been nervous to talk to cops because slip up, say the wrong thing, maybe they take you to jail. You don't know what's gonna happen because I don't know cops like that. But now speaking to more cops and getting to know them more, they're people like us. They have families, they have everyone. They're not just trying to take you to jail because they want to meet some quota. They want to actually see what's wrong and make sure that you're keeping yourself safe and other people safe.
I really like doing the CPR and the tourniquets. I do have prior experience with CPR, but not with tourniquets. Just making sure getting like deep enough, I guess, like the 2 inches, 5 centimeters is really important, and I feel like I kind of struggle on that, so I do need to work on it more, but it's definitely one of the things that I found most important about it. Yesterday we were doing traffic stops or like pullovers as like trials, and my person who I was pulling over, she got out of the car, and I asked her to get back in the car. It looked like she was going to go back in. She ended up shutting the door and running off, and I immediately took off running after her. And I ended up catching her and placing her under arrest. My favorite aspect so far is definitely the traffic stops and stuff, but I am excited to do the range tomorrow. We were at a party and someone had either drinking too much or had a cardiac arrest, and we had to immediately go through CPR, say to 2 people, call 911 and get an AED. And while people called 911, we immediately started doing CPR and trying to save that person by doing 30 pushes and then 2 breaths, and then repeating the process until we get that AED. I am not familiar with Stop the Bleed. I do have a CPR certification already, but Stop the Bleed was something new and something different, so I was a little uneasy going through that. But learning about it, I got more knowledge about it, and I feel confident that I am able now to do a tourniquet. All of the officers, cadets, everyone in this community, in this area have been so generous and nice, and I'm just so grateful that I saw this opportunity and took the opportunity to do this. I was stressed because I didn't know what I wanted to do in college, and now I know I want to become a police officer.
Man, this is a great camp, and I'm like really happy to be here. I'd like to thank everyone that's involved in making this happen. It's been a great time so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this week.